Welcome back everyone to our biblical journey through the book of Genesis. Today we're turning the pages to Genesis 44, a chapter teeming with suspense, intrigue, and unexpected twists. In this chapter we find ourselves in the heart of an ancient Egyptian mystery, where a silver cup takes center stage and drives the narrative in a direction that none of our protagonists saw coming. To set the stage, let's take a step back. In the previous chapters, we've witnessed the evolution of Joseph from a young dream-filled boy to a man of influence in Egypt, all while his identity remains hidden from his brothers. Joseph has been testing his brothers, seeking signs of remorse and change in their character, and now we arrive at a pivotal point in this narrative. In this unfolding drama, Joseph, shrouded in his Egyptian persona, gives a peculiar instruction to his steward. He tells him to place his silver cup, a symbol of his power and authority, into the youngest brother's sack, Benjamin. Unaware of this setup, the brothers depart from Egypt, their hearts filled with relief and their sacks laden with grain. But little do they know, their world is about to be turned upside down. As the brothers make their way home, they're halted by a shocking accusation. Joseph's steward, following his master's instructions, confronts the brothers, accusing them of a grave crime, the theft of Joseph's silver cup. The brothers, stunned and innocent, deny this allegation, confident in their innocence. But the scene takes a dark turn. The cup is found in Benjamin's sack, and their world crumbles around them. They're left in disbelief, their hopes shattered as they ponder the repercussions of this unexpected discovery. As the brothers depart, they're confronted with an accusation that turns their world upside down. This sets the stage for the rest of Genesis 44, a chapter filled with heartfelt pleas, emotional appeals, and a narrative that keeps us on the edge of our seats. So, buckle up as we delve deeper into this intriguing chapter in our next episode. Joseph's steward catches up with the brothers, accusing them of repaying good with evil. Imagine the scene. The brothers, filled with joy and relief from their recent encounter with the powerful Egyptian ruler, are suddenly halted in their tracks. The steward's words hang heavily in the air, a stark contrast to the light-hearted banter that had filled their journey moments before. The accusation is as shocking as it is unexpected. They are accused of stealing the ruler's silver cup, a precious artifact used for divination. This is no ordinary theft, but one that carries significant spiritual and legal implications. The brothers, utterly taken aback, are thrust into a whirlwind of confusion and fear. But it's not the accusation itself that's the most shocking part. It's the thought that one of them could be the culprit. Among them are men of honor, integrity, and piety. Men who've made mistakes, yes, but men who've also learned from them. The very notion that one of their own could betray them in such a way is as bewildering as it is hurtful. Yet, amidst this turmoil, they remain steadfast. They know their innocence and stand united in their defense. They challenge the steward, offering a life for a life if the cup is found among them. This is a bold move, a testament to their integrity and the strength of their conviction. In the face of adversity, they do not waver. They stand firm, their voices echoing with the fervor of their innocence. They face the accusation head-on, their hearts beating with the rhythm of truth. Their response is immediate and vehement. They could not have committed this crime. The brothers, shocked and innocent, vehemently deny the accusation. This moment, etched in the annals of biblical history, serves as a testament to their unity and their unwavering belief in their innocence. But as we will soon discover, this is only the beginning of their ordeal. A search begins, and to everyone's dismay, the cup is found in Benjamin's sack. The brothers stand stunned, their hearts pounding as Joseph's steward begins his search. He methodically sifts through each of their sacks, his face carved from stone, revealing nothing of his thoughts. The brothers watch, their confidence wavering with each passing moment, each one praying silently that this is all a terrible mistake. One by one, the steward checks the sacks, starting from the oldest brother and ending with Benjamin, the youngest. Each time he moves to the next sack, there's a collective sigh of relief. Yet with each sigh, the tension ratchets up another notch. The brothers exchange anxious glances, their confidence dwindling as the steward inches closer and closer to Benjamin's sack. Then, the moment of truth arrives. The steward reaches into Benjamin's sack and pulls out the silver cup. The brothers gasp in disbelief. How could this be? Benjamin, the innocent, the favored one, found with the silver cup. It's a moment frozen in time, a moment that turns their world upside down. The brothers are distraught, they can't believe what they're seeing. This can't be real. They begin to tear their clothes in anguish, a customary sign of grief and distress in their culture. The silver cup, a symbol of their misfortune, gleams mockingly amidst the torn fabric and scattered grain. The brothers load their donkeys, their minds filled with dread. They are returning to the city, to Joseph, to face the consequences of an act none of them committed. Each step they take is heavy with regret, with confusion, with fear. What will they say to Joseph? How will they explain this? How will they save Benjamin? Distraught, they tear their clothes, load their donkeys, and return to the city to face Joseph. Their journey back is a silent one, the only sound being the soft thud of their donkeys' hooves against the dusty road. Their hearts are heavy, their spirits crushed. They have no idea what awaits them, but they know they must face it together. Back in Joseph's presence, Judah steps forward, acknowledging their guilt, but making a heartfelt plea. In the face of the shocking revelation, Judah, in a display of integrity and courage, takes on the role of a spokesman for his brothers. He steps forward, not to deny the undeniable but to acknowledge their guilt. There's a profound sense of humility in his admission, a recognition of their collective mistake, and an acceptance of the consequences that might follow. His plea isn't a denial of guilt, but an appeal for understanding. Judah then delves into a narrative that is as personal as it is poignant. He recounts the story of their father's love for Benjamin. He paints a vivid picture of Jacob, a father mourning the loss of one son, clinging to another with all his might. Benjamin, the youngest, the most loved, the son of his old age, is the center of Jacob's world. Judah's words echo with the depth of their father's affection, an affection so profound that it was a promise made to protect Benjamin at all costs. This promise wasn't just a casual commitment, it was a pledge made in the shadow of a past loss, in the memory of Joseph's disappearance. Judah reminds Joseph of the heavy responsibility that was put on his shoulders, the promise he had made to his father to keep Benjamin safe. And now, here they were, standing in an Egyptian court, with Benjamin accused of theft. The stakes were high, the promise was at risk. The potential for another heartbreak was real. But Judah doesn't falter, he doesn't step back. He stands there in that court, in front of a powerful Egyptian official, not knowing he was pleading with his own brother. His plea is heartfelt, sincere, and filled with a deep sense of responsibility. He recounts their father's love for Benjamin, and the promise made to protect him. Judah's plea, in essence, is an appeal to the humanity, the compassion, and the understanding of the man in front of him. It's a plea that sets the stage for a turning point in this biblical narrative. Joseph, moved by Judah's words, reassures the brothers that only Benjamin will become his slave. In the heart of this emotional maelstrom, Joseph's response is a testament to his character. He is stirred by Judah's plea, feeling a profound sense of compassion. Despite the power he holds, Joseph displays a deep understanding of the brothers' predicament and the pain they are going through. Joseph, however, is also a master of calculated restraint. He doesn't reveal his identity yet. Instead, he skillfully navigates the situation, balancing justice with mercy. He declares that only Benjamin, in whose sack the silver cup was found, will be kept as a slave. This decision is both fair and merciful, reflecting Joseph's wisdom and his understanding of the situation. This decision, however, comes with its own set of implications. By choosing to keep Benjamin, Joseph is essentially separating him from his brothers. He is creating a divide, a situation that forces the brothers to confront their past actions, their guilt, and the choices they need to make moving forward. But Joseph doesn't stop there. He does something unexpected. He urges the brothers to return home to their father. He tells them to go back in peace without the fear of punishment hanging over their heads. This is a poignant moment, a testament to Joseph's magnanimity. Despite his power, despite the wrongs done to him, Joseph chooses mercy. He chooses to let them go, to free them from the chains of guilt and fear. Joseph's response is a powerful display of mercy and wisdom. It's a moment that illuminates his character, showcasing his capacity for forgiveness, his understanding of justice, and his ability to navigate complex situations with grace and compassion. But most importantly, it reveals a man who, despite his position of power, is capable of deep empathy and kindness. A man who chooses to act not out of revenge, but out of understanding and compassion. A man who, in the face of conflict and turmoil, chooses peace, urging the others to return to their father in peace. Judah, however, approaches Joseph, pleading for mercy and offering himself as a slave in Benjamin's place. Such are the words that begin our sixth scene, and they paint a picture of a man driven by love and duty, ready to sacrifice himself for his brother. Judah's appeal is not just a plea for mercy, it's a testament to his character. It's a reflection of his transformation from a man who once thought of selling his own brother Joseph into slavery, to a man who's now ready to become a slave himself to protect his youngest sibling Benjamin. This emotional appeal is filled with desperation and determination. Judah, recognizing the gravity of the situation and the potential consequences, steps forth to bear the burden of his brother's alleged crime. He knows very well that his father Jacob would be inconsolable if Benjamin did not return. But Judah's plea is more than just words of desperation. His offer to become a slave is a powerful testament to his love for his family and his sense of responsibility. It's a clear indication of his growth, his maturity, and his willingness to make amends for past mistakes. In his plea, Judah paints a vivid picture of the potential devastation their father would face if Benjamin doesn't return. He speaks of his father's love for Benjamin, of the anguish he already endured losing Joseph, and the unbearable pain he would feel losing another son. Judah's words are filled with raw emotion, a stark contrast to the deceit and jealousy that once characterized his relationship with Joseph. His plea is a desperate attempt to make things right, to protect his family at all costs, and to save his father from further heartbreak. And so, as Judah stands before Joseph, the brother he once betrayed, he makes his emotional appeal, offering himself as a slave to spare Benjamin and save his father from a devastating loss. He vividly describes the potential devastation their father would face if Benjamin doesn't return. These words mark the end of our scene, leaving us in anticipation of what comes next in this gripping narrative. Genesis 44 leaves us on a cliffhanger, highlighting the complexity of relationships, the consequences of past actions, and the emotional turmoil of the brothers. This chapter is like a riveting drama, pulling us in with its intrigue and suspense. We see the mysterious silver cup, a seemingly insignificant object, become the focal point of a shocking accusation. The brothers, confident of their innocence, are left bewildered when the cup is discovered in Benjamin's sack. This one incident spirals them into a whirlwind of despair and guilt. The search and revelation scene further amplifies the suspense. The discovery of the cup in Benjamin's sack, despite their vehement denial, sends a chill of horror through the brothers. The silver cup, a symbol of power and divination, has now become a symbol of their guilt and impending doom. In the midst of this chaos, Judah steps forward with a heartfelt plea. His words resonate with raw emotion as he recounts their father's love for Benjamin and the promise made to protect him. Judah's plea is not just a plea for Benjamin's freedom, but a plea for their father's peace of mind. Joseph's merciful response, stating that only Benjamin will remain as his slave, provides a momentary relief. However, Judah's emotional appeal, offering himself in Benjamin's place, brings the tension to a boiling point. His vivid portrayal of their father's potential devastation if Benjamin doesn't return adds another layer of emotional intensity to the narrative. Genesis 44 is a masterful blend of suspense, guilt, desperation, and the power of familial love. It's a chapter that leaves us hanging in anticipation, wondering what will happen next. Will Joseph reveal his identity? What will be the fate of Benjamin and Judah? How will their father react when he learns about the situation? Join us next time as we continue unfolding the narrative in Genesis. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more biblical insights. Until then, take care and God bless.